Hey. 2017 has been a year full of opportunity and amazing adventures, but 2017 has also been the worst year. This year I was diagnosed with clinical depression. Even though this year had amazing opportunities and amazing experiences with people who I love and care about very, very much, I still just felt empty. I did all these things and was happy at that moment and loving it. But the moment that it ended, I just felt nothing. Now, I've always been the kind of person that thought everybody gets anxious, everybody gets sad. And that's not the case. I didn't really notice anything until probably the end of spring, early summer. I would just have thoughts that would really upset me. Like dark thoughts like losing a family member or losing somebody in my life or something really bad happening to me or somebody else. It was just one of those thoughts that would just like pop in my head randomly and it would freak me out, but I just kind of like ignored it. And I just put it on the back burner. It was fine. It was whatever. And then gradually things started upsetting me that really shouldn't have upset me. Like either if it was something somebody had said or something they had done or something that I had done or something I said. Always overthinking things. If I said something to somebody, even if I upset them, that really bothered me for whatever reason, and then it consumed me. I let these thoughts just get worse because I was ignoring them. And then I had my first anxiety attack. I had never had one before. It scared me. It took a lot out of me. But after I had it, I was just like, okay, it's fine. I'll be alright. Everybody goes through this at one point in their life, I'm sure, maybe. And then throughout the summer and now, I just gradually kept getting them more and more to the point where I started feeling depressed. That's what made it worse, was ignoring it, and it angered it almost to where it just took over me. There were days that I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to get out of bed. I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted people to leave me alone, but I didn't want to be alone. I just was so confused that I just didn't know what to do. Luckily, I have the best parents in the world. My parents are hands down the best parents in the world, because if I didn't have them during this, I honestly don't think I'd be here talking right now. They tell me all the time that I was going to be okay, and there was just days that they told me all the time that I'd be okay. Having them there comforting me when I wanted to be alone, they knew I really didn't want to be alone. Them telling me that it was going to be okay, even though when you have depression, telling someone it's going to be okay is the last thing you want to hear. And I know it sounds stupid, but you literally are just like, please shut up. Like, you don't believe anything. You just don't believe anything is going to be okay, because your mind is just, everything is just controlling you inside your brain, that you just don't feel anything other than you just want to escape it. You want to escape it so bad, to the point the only solution is just to end it. So when you have people tell you it's going to be okay, you're like, no, it's not going to be okay. And I'm blessed enough to have parents who were there for me to make me feel okay. Unfortunately, I have pushed some people out of my life because of it. I know I shouldn't blame anxiety and depression on it, but I just didn't know how else to deal with it and come to terms with it. So I pushed people away because I didn't want them to have to deal with it, and I didn't want them to feel down because of it, but I also didn't want them to go because I wanted them to be there for me. And it's just not fair to them. Something that I have learned this year is that there's a difference between pushing someone away and letting them go. And I have had to let people go because it's just what's best for them. And I really think that 2017, and not only 2017, but this year, but I've learned over the years, is that sometimes you just have to let people go. And it sucks and it's really hard, but it's what's best for them. I will still love them, even though these are people that I let go, but that I love them. And I've pushed people away that I loved as well, that I still love them. I hate that I have made people feel like they weren't needed in my life. And it's been a really tough life lesson, but I think it's going to be something that not only helps them, but helps me learn that that's just life. Even though I've been having all these terrible thoughts in my head, I still have the good ones, where it gives me somewhat of a hope. Like, I will go to try to write some of this good thoughts in my head down, but when it comes to actually writing it down, I kind of just don't know how to phrase it. So that's kind of the point of why I'm making this video too, is because it's something that I know I can look back on and know that it's going to be okay, because I'm telling myself it's going to be okay. I really think that's what I need to do. I need to open the doors that I've been so afraid to open, because I've been forcing them shut because I've been too afraid to see what's on the other side. I can't let the fear of the unknown destroy me, because honestly, it is destroying me. And I can fight this thing back if I just let all that worry and stress, just let it go. And I know that's easier said than done when you deal with something like that, but I have to fight back, because I know if I do, I'm going to come out so much stronger. I have too many people that love me, and too many people who are rooting for me through this, that I don't want to let them down, but I don't want to let myself down, because I know I'm worth it. Anxiety hasn't been living day to day for me. It's been living months and years ahead of me. I'm constantly worried about my wheres, my whens, my whos, my hows, instead of just worrying about today, because that's all you have is today. There's no guarantee that tomorrow will be any better, because you have today. I need to learn how to live in the now and make the best of it. And I really am slowly realizing taking it one day at a time is the best thing to do. Not only for me, but for everybody. Taking it one day at a time, instead of worrying about who you're going to be with in the future or where you're going to be, is because honestly, I've been worrying about that since I graduated high school, and now that has to stop. I have to take lead on where I'm going to go, because today will lead you to your future. 2017 has been the worst year, but I honestly think it's leading to my best years. I'm going to take this one day at a time. And I'm telling everybody else here who's watching that you need to take it one day at a time too, because you're going to get through this. This is coming from somebody who's still probably going to struggle with that, but it's okay to struggle, but it's okay to have days where you struggle, but it's not okay to let it consume you. Here's to the best chances for me, to you, and everybody else. It's gonna be okay. Just take it one day at a time. I also want to make this video because today I actually start therapy, and I would love to maybe make another video in a year from now just to see my progression on how I'm doing, and just to be able to tell myself when I watch this, when I'm having bad days or whatever, or even from a year now or years from now, that I'm okay and you did it. You're still breathing, you're still here, and just like everybody has told you, even though you hate hearing it, that you're okay and it's going to be okay, and you still might have bad days and bad things might still happen to you, but you're gonna be okay.